This is World Beer News. Details on how you can be involved, contact news@tastingmuch.com.
These are the latest reports on the malt beverage industry from around the world. I'm Nitch. Coming up, Carlsberg accidentally grew some awesome barley malt, and they don't want you to have any of it, no matter how nicely you ask. The German government says that beer is not wholesome. Heineken once again offends the Egyptian government with its hype-forward marketing. And Japan is attempting to make some law changes that will help them progress into the global beer market. And doing so, they're taking away all of those grossly flavored near beers the locals love so much. All of that coming up, but first a word from our sponsor. Just kidding, we don't have any sponsors. This is all created by me, for you, independently, for the love of beer. This is good. You want one of these. Munich-based No Patents on Seeds, a coalition with global backing from more than 300 non-governmental organizations and small-scale farmers, called on Carlsberg today to voluntarily relinquish 3 patents they received earlier this year from the European Patent Office. 2 of the patents are for random barley mutations, which give a more distinctive flavor-stable beer and less dimethyl sulfide, or DMS, which is that sweet corn flavor that we get in beer. The 3rd is expected to give brewers major energy savings during malting and kiln drying by using barley variants that are low in linoleic acid, which allows for cooler temperatures during the wort and results in less stale beer flavors. Basically, anyone has 9 months to oppose approved patents with a letter and an opposition fee. No Patents on Seeds has done just that. Their main point is that European patent law prohibits patents on plant varieties and conventional breeding. However, the EPO, which benefits financially from examination and granting of patents, has rendered these prohibitions meaningless. Do whatever they want. Do whatever they want. Arche Noir, an Austrian-based association of heirloom gardeners, farmers, and journalists, stated, "As long as the problem is not solved through political decision-making, we expect Carlsberg to take responsibility and withdraw these patents. This is a matter of principle. Carlsberg is claiming that they want to use the barley to save energy and make a contribution to stop climate change. But if this is their real intention, then Carlsberg should not be trying to create patent monopolies on food plants. If we want to save the climate, we have to share our resources as much as we can." The European Parliament, as well as several European governments, have called upon the EPO to stop granting such patents. However, the EPO is yet to respond. I've reached out to the opposition of the Carlsberg patents for more information on civilian involvement. Hopefully, we can get some more information from them for our live stream on Sunday. 3 p.m. CTE, we'll be talking World Beer News live streaming on the platform Beam. I have everything linked below. We'll be talking World Beer News, beer culture, and then just drinking and sharing some beers. Go ahead and set a calendar date for that, like a little bit of an event. Share through your media channels, and let's get involved. We can sit down and have a little bit of a talk. You can sit in the chat stream and communicate there, or also there will be voice channels that are available, but you're gonna have to be signed up through our Discord channel. It's super user-friendly. You can find the links in the description. Is beer wholesome? Define wholesome. The case dates back to 2015 when a Berlin-based private organization that deals with unfair business practice challenged a brewery's use of the word wholesome. A court has now ruled the brewery cannot use the word to advertise beer. It found the term, used on 3 brews, violated EU laws on health claims. Over in Egypt, Heineken-owned beer company Al-Ham allegedly assaulted the Egyptian army with a Facebook ad. So sensitive. The ad here shows a young man holding a military service certificate with the word exempt on it in red next to the dream with the caption, "The drink of those who dream of being exempt from Egypt's military service." sorry. In an official statement, the head of Egypt's Consumer Protection Agency said Saturday that the Heineken-owned beverage company has harmed one of the state institutions and in portraying the youth in an inappropriate way as if the dream is to escape military service and run away from the duty of protecting the nation. Military service is an honorable thing, but I think if you had a choice between military service and beer, you'd be like, I'm gonna go with the beer. CPA demanded the company remove the ad, which it did, publishing an official apology. The company's management affirms that the ad was published without following the traditional managerial approvals, as it violates the company's principle of not linking its advertising campaigns with any state institution. I just love this story so much. So social media users called for a boycott campaign against Prael, the Heineken-owned beer brand, with the hashtag these things. It just says boycott Prael. When the slogan of a product is be a man, it is targeting effeminate men. This is why I've boycotted it since the beginning, said one Twitter user. Wait, what? I am so excited to talk about that story in chat. I just want to know what you think about it. Where was I? I don't have translations for the visuals, but the main discussion point of this article is an upcoming amendment to the Japanese liquor tax system. As it stands, right now, there are 3 categories of beer-type beverages in Japan. Beer, legally defined as water, hops, and malt, where the ratio of the malt to the other 2 ingredients is greater than 2/3, greater than 2 to 3, is taxed at 77 yen per 35 milliliters. Haposhu, because I'm going to say that's how you say that. If you're in Japan or you speak Japanese, do correct me all you want. Would love to hear from you. That beer is taxed at 47 yen per 350 milliliter. And the new genre drinks made with no malt are taxed at 28 yen per 350 milliliter. This means that an average beer is about 222 yen in Japan. Hopao-shu is 164 yen, and the other stuff is like 146. The government has proposed to change the tax that would combine all 3 categories into one bracket and set a tax of 55 yen per 355 milliliter. The impact of this change, as it stands now, because of the price point, several of the big companies in Japan have begun to focus on hopashu and other beverages because of the margins. The question is, what happens when the price goes up? We will start migrating away and drink more beer, or will they move to drinking other things, like chihai? It's apparently very popular. Whatever that is. The biggest 4 brewers in Japan, which are unnamed and marked only as A, B, C, and D, have tackled the beverage market in different ways, with different amounts of resources put into non-beer beverages. Obviously, the ones still focused on beer are happy about the tax change, and those who have moved away from beer are more upset about it. An underlying motivation of the government here seems to be to try to foster beer growth, because the overall beer-type beverage market in Japan is decreasing, as we've previously discussed. But they see it as a strong market globally. So they want breweries to start focusing on brewing beer rather than making weird drinks that only appeal to a diminishing domestic market. That is, to make beer that can make Japan more competitive on the global market outside of Japan. We're going to wrap this up with a little bit of lightning fast, a little bit of few things that are just kind of probably not super important. Things like Diageo is releasing their Smirnoff Spikes Sparkling Seltzer. So if you see that, just don't go into a fit of rage. It's fine. These things happen. Since Innis Gunn's Truth Serum beer really didn't seem to get either of the U.S. presidential candidates to speak any differently, they've apparently decided to go ahead and make a beer made out of love and peace and rainbows and cloud water. You know, whatever. And also to prove that beer is a global currency. That's cool. When they're not inviting honored Belgian beer ambassadors from Atlanta, Georgia to be knighted into the Brotherhood of the Brewers Paddle. No joke. They bless the beer and everything. Thank you for sending that story in, by the way. When Belgium is not doing that, they're holding their 5th edition of the Brussels Beer Challenge that was held last weekend. So there was like 70 to 80 judges. Apparently numbers vary on that. I don't know why. Scoring different beers from around the world in different categories, gold, silver, and bronze. The award ceremony will be held at the Horsa Expo Center on the 21st. Anthony Bourdain is a funny man who says funny things to get all the money clicks. He clearly doesn't have any taste. That's fine. Someone finally made hangover-free beer. Not really, don't get excited. It was like a Dutch contest in Amsterdam. This guy said it's a pilsner-style with 4.5 alcohol. Then they added some B vitamins and some ginger and things like that. It probably doesn't really work, but hey, news. More grounded in reality, though, is Deschutes Brewery today announced that they're opening up a hashtag competition under hashtag ArmoryXPA for a chance to win a trip to an experimental hop farm with their brewers. All you do is like share a photo and some feedback. They want to hear from you. I mean, if I lived in the States, I'd get on that. That's all from me. I'll be back next week with another wrap-up of world beer news. Don't forget to join us in the live stream on Sunday. I'm Nitch. Have a great weekend.